first 10 amendments of the United States Constitution are called the Bill of Rights, and all these amendments are essential for the individual liberty. But with time comes change, and the line of where Congress can put limitations on the First Amendment becomes clear. Good morning, my name is Won-Young Kim, and these are the limitations for the First Amendment right in students in public schools. Students in an educational environment are protected by the school system, but how do these protections show the limitations of the First Amendment right? The First Amendment gives religious freedom, freedom to assemble, freedom to petition, freedom of speech, and freedom of press. But with these freedoms comes restrictions. The first restriction is time. Protests and assemblies cannot congest traffic, and an example of this is in New York. This is Times Square in Cox vs. Louisiana in 1965. There, the U.S. Supreme Court decided that you cannot congest protest in the middle of Times Square in the middle of rush hour. The second restriction is place. Traditional public forums like public parks, limited public forums are government official buildings such as the Capitol, and non-public forums such as private property. The last restriction is the manner restriction. Manner is regulating the mode of individual expression. A manner is a symbol such as this math equation, or it could be something as symbolic as the burning of the United States flag. Here, the free speech clause, Texas v. Johnson in 1989, is a form of symbolism. But all time, place, manner restrictions must provide speakers with alternate channels for communicating ideas or disseminating information. An example of disseminating information is circulating of leaflets, handbills, or pamphlets. An example of this time, place, and manner is the Tinker versus Des Moines in 1969. This was during school, and the place is in Des Moines public schools. The manner was a symbolic speech and was pure speech and peaceful. In conclusion, the First Amendment was going through the U.S. Supreme Court and is given to the students, and as you can see here, shows that students have rights in public schools. What questions may you have?
All right, two questions for you. First up, what information did you need before you began your research, and how did that information shape your research?
So the information I needed was the limitations of the rights of the First Amendment in public schools, and I got those informations from peer-reviewed sources from Gale and the sources that Mr. Beard gave me.
All right, and next question. What additional questions emerged from your research?
So additional questions that emerged from my research was how these restrictions influence students in public schools, and I found them through the peer-reviewed sources and in my essay.
All right, thank you.